my name's Karen Mole. I'm from scifivision.com. Thanks for making time for me today.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks. In the short time we have, I'd like to start with Gideon. And could you talk to our viewers a little bit about telling a story in two timelines, and how that is different maybe from a flashback, and how a director approaches, is that essentially like shooting two shows? How does that work for you?
Well, from the very beginning, when I read the scripts, I started the conversation with Ramón and Gema and our director of photography, Jacobo, and the other director, Carlos Cedes, about giving this story of visual language and telling the story emotionally with the camera. And we knew from the very beginning that we want to separate the past and the present and to connect them as well visually. And what we came up with is the past really has two visual languages. It's the post-accident and pre-accident. Whereas in the pre-accident, we're very hopeful and we're very naive, and we think, you know, this world is ours to take. And like we all feel when we're that age. And we used wider lenses and a more pastel kind of look, more sky, open frames. And then post-accident, we went to a more saturated, claustrophobic long lens look, which corresponds with our present, because in our present, our characters are living a life that they didn't necessarily want to live. This is not how they imagined their life. And they're being brought back to that accident, the day of the accident, because of this blackmail. So we used kind of the same elements in telling the story of the present and the post-accident, except that the present is more desat, because we also wanted to show how real people live in Miami. And we used a whole different set of lenses. So the whole idea of the now and then, like you said, it's not a flashback at all. It's one story. It's one, you know, it's their life. And we saw it as one story, but we wanted to play with memory and emotion together with lenses and colors.
Thank you. You alluded to my next question, which is for Ramón and Gema, about setting the story in Miami. You know, this is not like a Miami that I think most American audiences are familiar with. I wonder if you could talk about like how the choice of location is so important and why you could not tell the story in New York or LA or Mexico City. Please.
La razón es que queríamos contar una historia sobre el mundo latino, sobre cómo nos mezclamos los latinos, cómo viniendo de diferentes países hablamos el mismo idioma, y eso en Nueva York es un poco más difícil, pero en Miami hay gente de Colombia, hay gente de Argentina, hay gente de España, hay gente de Estados Unidos, se habla español, se habla inglés, y las culturas están completamente mezcladas. Y para nosotros era muy interesante contar eso, y sobre todo contarlo en un Miami que no se había visto hasta ahora en la televisión y en el cine. El Miami más estereotipado es el Miami de la playa, el Miami de las discotecas y de las fiestas, y en cambio cuando nosotros íbamos a Miami conocíamos otro mundo en el que la gente vivía en sus casas, los colegios, barrios preciosos o barrios más pobres, y nos apetecía contar ese Miami tan desconocido.
Yes, we decided to choose Miami because, you know, in a place like New York, you know, there are a lot of cultures, a lot of language, and that happens also in Miami. In Miami, you are going to find Mexican, Spanish, people from Colombia, people from America, and, you know, they speak both English and Spanish, and also all the culture is mixed up, you know, and we want to tell the story. We want to tell the story that the people that live there, that they are from different worlds, and we're not showing the Miami, the common one, that the beaches and parties and that. No, we went and see the location, the places, the school, the way the people live in different neighborhoods, not just the one that you watch on the movies.
Gideon, had you worked in Miami? Had you shot there before? And you know, did the vibe there help you to bring the story to life?
Absolutely. I have not shot there before until we shot there. I visited, of course, Miami before, and it was a real exploration of how, like Ramón said, like where real people live, because that's the thing we wanted to bring. That's the Miami we wanted to bring. And the vibe in Miami, you know, sometimes I forgot to even that we were in America. It was so weird. because of the crew around me and because of the vibe in the city, it felt different from what I'm used to. I live in Los Angeles. It felt so different, and it felt so vibrant and alive, and we were all so excited to tell this story there.
Yeah, I think a lot of audiences who only are familiar with CSI and Miami Vice are going to be really surprised to see like a more real Miami.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you very much for being with me. That's all I have today, and I really appreciate it, and look forward to our audience seeing the whole thing over the next few weeks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye bye.